my first question I have for you guys is, how did you come up with the name Arch Enemy, and who is your arch enemy?
Well, I'm happy to say I don't really think I have an arch enemy at this point.
Okay.
There's nobody that is, you know, that I'm constantly at war with. I think we're at peace with those things. I think most people. Of course, I don't know. I mean, it could be a thing as well. I don't know. I mean, when I was looking for a band name, you know, most good names, shorter, more, you know, powerful names already taken. Arch Enemy was one that was not. I just kind of liked it. Arch Nemesis, Arch Enemy.
Okay. Now you guys just recently dropped a new album, Will to Power. How long was the writing process from the first album with you? How long did the writing process take?
Well, it's just, you know, it depends on how you look at it. You know, there's always like fragments of ideas. They can come up like almost immediately after the previous album, like when we started touring, you know. You come up with a new idea, maybe that ends up being a part of the next album. But, you know, serious writing, I guess, and more focused approach was maybe about 1 year ago.
Okay.
From 1 year from until we went into the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now adding on to that, how long was writing the lyrics for the songs? How long did that take?
Well, that happens like at the same time. So, you know, we'll just be sort of like churning ideas back and forth between Michael and Daniel and I, and then Charlie and Jeff come into the mix too, so it's kind of all happening at once. So yeah, that all happened within like the last, you know, a year prior to when we recorded it, so beginning 2016, I guess.
It's hard to say, you know, some lyrics are kind of like, you know, we have a song in an early stage, and then we kind of get the lyrics together also at an early stage, so that one's kind of done, and then you put one to the side. Then some things are, you think you have a song, but then you change it, and then you want to change the lyrics, and you know that happens. It's just no real. There's not a set like recipe for writing songs. I think it's a little bit different for each single one, really.
Okay. Now you guys
it's more chaotic than people think, maybe.
Okay.
The creative process, you know, it's just like comes together in various ways.
It'd be easier if there was a formula, but then anyone could do it. So.
Now, you guys have two records with you. How's the transition between Angela and you with the whole band came about? Like, has it been smooth, or has it been rough, or how's it been with the two albums?
I don't think we really think about it that much right now, you know, because it's been a few years. It was smooth. Angela's always been part of the band, and she still is. She's the manager, so.
Oh, okay.
So you know, we all talk to her every day. So yeah, you know, we're just sort of like a well-oiled machine. You know, everyone works really hard, either on stage or behind the stage or behind the scenes altogether. And yeah, I think it's been pretty smooth.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another thing with the album Will to Power, with it being out now, how long are you guys gonna tour with the new album?
I mean, I think we kind of, you know, we, generally speaking, I think for most metal bands nowadays, you tour to fill all the demands, you know, so you make an album and then you just want as many people as possible to hear it. So with War Eternal, for example, that touring cycle lasted a good 3 years. Will to Power, you know, we're already booking very far in advance, so I think it'll probably be similar. You know, it's a lot of work to make an album. It's also a lot of work to tour. So that's just the way the industry is right now, that you have to tour a lot more than you create. And so, you know, that's what we do to basically stay alive as a band. And that's what all bands actually have to do. So,
Right.
So it'll probably be a few years at least.
When was the last time you guys came to the United States?
Oh, no. It was in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Now, a little personal question. What do you guys like to do outside of touring when you're home with your friends and your family? What do you guys like to do to pass time before your next tour?
We don't really have a lot of time off, honestly.
Really?
We'll have like a few days every 2 months or something like that. So I think we just need to recharge our batteries and just be alone maybe, or just see family and friends. You know, even just physically being present with family and friends is just a good thing to do to sort of recharge. And
You know what I like? I like to wash dishes, cook food, do my own laundry, stuff like that. Make my own bed.
Sleep in your own bed?
You sleep in my own bed, yeah. But you know, I like doing like stuff like that around, because we don't get to do that. You know, we don't get to do those things.
Right.
There's always someone else doing it for you. You're always eating like prepared food, or so you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just like doing, because actually when I'm doing those like mundane, everyday things, it's usually when I come up with great ideas for music.
Right.
Because I'm like spacing out while I'm cooking or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I look forward to doing that.
Okay. Now, and this is outside of Arch Enemy, of course, but would you guys ever do the mountain climbing that Bring Me the Horizon is doing, or?
what are they doing?
I saw an article on them. They're climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, I think, and
Okay.
raising money.
Okay, so they have a foundation in mind and they're going to donate all the money. They have like a Kickstarter thing going on. I would do that for a worthy cause, of course. I would definitely research the charitable organization ahead of time and make sure that all the money that I'll be giving them is going to where I want it to go to, and make sure that if it is some sort of disease-related organization, that it's actually totally funding the best and most innovative methods of curing that disease.
Would you climb a mountain?
Of course. I've climbed many mountains already. I like hiking, actually, so I'm always down to do that.
Would you climb a mountain?
No. A hill, maybe.
My brother's
I'd rather
actually
just donate
like,
the money and not climb the mountain.
My brother's actually like a very, very experienced like bouldering like expert and climber, so I'm sure he could give you some tips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, a personal question for you. How is it to be a female vocalist in the metal side of the music industry?
No, I mean, in general, like, people that we meet in person are pretty cool people, you know, always very respectful, just happy to be there, happy to enjoy the music. Quite honestly, I don't pay much attention to pop culture. I don't have any interest in it, so I don't know what those ladies are subject to. Of course, there are always obstacles with being, you know, the oddball in any situation, and so of course in this situation I am the oddball, but you know, it's just something that you deal with. And
Why do you have to be a woman?
oh, okay, let me let me try not to be. No. Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, I've always been a woman, actually, so I kind of used to whatever bullshit comes with that, and you know, it's just the way it is.
And a question for you.
Was it like being a man in the metal scene?
I'm curious, actually, because I've
Rough.
never experienced that.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's all the questions I have for you tonight.
Okay. All right.
If you guys have anything else, that's fine. But I have no more questions.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right,
man.
Thanks for the interview.
Okay. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll see you out there tonight.
Cool.